Hi everybody, welcome to the Health How-To channel where we talk about some great life hacks and easy tips to achieve better health. In this video, we're talking about how to build or break a habit to achieve your goals in 6 steps. Please subscribe and share your best tips that you have found to be super helpful for building or breaking a habit in the comments section below. Pressing the like button will also help get the information in this video to others. If you have someone in your life who you want to help, please share this video with them too. So let's get to the 6 steps you can follow to build or break a habit. Step 1. Who are you? Before we talk about building a habit, what can really be a game changer is to first ask ourselves, who are we? By improving or changing our own beliefs about our identity, our habits can naturally align with who we think we are. Let me give you a few examples. I am someone who is conscientious and courteous of other people. So an action that will align with this belief is, I will get to appointments and meetings 5 minutes early to show that I value everybody's time. Or I am a person who takes care of my health. So an action that will align with this belief is, I will drink 1 liter of water in the morning and I will take 5,000 steps a day. Or I am a parent who connects with my child. So an action that will align with this belief is, I will ask my child about something that is interesting to them and really show interest in their answer. Or I am someone with a strong and focused mind. So an action that will align with this belief is, I am not one of Pavlov's dogs and I do not have to look at my phone every time I hear a notification. And don't worry if you don't completely believe it. The thing about habits and repeating them over and over again is that they eventually become a part of you. These habits that you once struggled so hard to do every day will become so natural and effortless. The success that you get from achieving these goals will really overcome any limiting beliefs that you may have had about yourself. Think about it. Ever notice how success stories all start with, I never thought I could do it, but if I can do it, you can too. There aren't a whole lot of inspiring success stories that begin with, I was beautiful, had a genius IQ, and born into a ridiculously wealthy and connected family, and now look at how successful I am. Step 2. Quantify your goal. Let's say you want to exercise more. What does that mean? How many minutes? How many times a week? How many repetitions? How long will it take you to get there? Start with a small number to make it attainable, then increase when you find you can easily hit your goals. For example, let's say my goal is to quit smoking and I currently smoke 10 cigarettes a day. My short-term goal could be, I will smoke 7 cigarettes a day, take 5 medium puffs each for 2 weeks. And after that, I will smoke 5 cigarettes a day, take 4 medium puffs each for 2 weeks until you get to your final goal of quitting for good. Step number 3, find a way to make it fun. Let's face it, the only way any of us want to do anything is because it gives us some sort of pleasure. We instinctively know that to get a child to do anything or to really learn anything, we have to make a game out of it or be really goofy. Well, adults aren't all that different. What's the number one thing that will get people to go to a meeting? People? Nope, it's food and probably some sort of adult beverage. Try to gamify your habit by giving yourself points every time you do it. Think of some rewards once you hit a set number of points. This can work too if you have a few habits you want to work on and maybe you slip on it a few times here and there, but your overall points received will still feel like you're winning the game. Challenge yourself by beating your record or your time. There are a lot of habit-based gaming apps that can help you with this. Do it with a friend. A friend of mine hated exercising because she found it too boring, but boy did she love socializing. So every evening after supper, she would pick a friend to call and head outside. She would end up walking sometimes for hours at a time, but she never had a chance to dread it because in her mind, she was catching up with all of her friends and making plans for the weekend. And oh, she happened to be burning calories at the same time. Step 4. Start with small steps. I mean really small. Do you want to eat more vegetables? Try having 1 bite with each meal. Do you want to go to bed at a certain time? If you want to be in bed by 10 p.m., but always find that you go to bed closer to midnight, then try going to bed by 11:50 p.m. the first night. then 11:40 the next night, then 11:30 the following night, until eventually, over the course of 3 weeks, your body will be closer and closer to being primed for a 10 p.m. bedtime. Do you want to lose weight? Leave 1 spoonful of food on your plate with each meal. In high school, I had a friend who ate the same meal every lunchtime. Both of her parents were in poor health and overweight, and she was worried that she was doomed to the same fate. So, every lunch, she brought 1 Aero bar, 1 banana, and 1 sandwich. She ate 1 square of the Aero bar and 1 bite of the banana and saved the rest for the next day. Every single day. That was her way of satisfying her sweet tooth and guaranteeing that she would be able to have more the next day. Fast forward 30 years and 2 kids later, and my good friend still has the same exact healthy figure she had in high school. As much as her habit of only eating 1 square of the Aero bar both mystified me and annoyed me, as I was definitely not a person blessed with self-restraint at that time, I was fascinated and truly inspired by her small daily habit. Step 5, use a cue. Exactly when are you going to complete this habit? Think about using concrete times in your existing daily routine as prompts. When you pair an activity that you already do with another one, it can become easier and more automatic. Maybe it will be before getting out of bed, I will do a 10-second spinal twist stretch. Maybe it will be during supper, I will put away my phone in another room so that I can be present with my family and be able to eat mindfully. Or maybe it will be after I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 2 minutes. Step 6, make it easier to do what you want and make it harder to stop doing what you don't want. My youngest kid will take an entire day to think up a shortcut to avoid doing something that would likely have taken him 5 minutes to do. I hope when he's an adult, this personality trait of his earns him big bucks. He has a terrible time getting through his morning routine of getting dressed and making his bed. So his solution is to get dressed for the next day before going to bed. Also, instead of sleeping under his covers, he gets into a sleeping bag on top of his fully made bed. The next morning, he just needs to hop out of his sleeping bag fully dressed and ready to go. So, if you really want to exercise first thing in the morning, you can lay out your work clothes the night before, or you can take a tip from my son and just go to bed dressed up to exercise. Now, if you want to break a bad habit, try to make it as inconvenient as possible. Do you really want to stop eating ice cream late at night? The easy answer is to stop bringing it home. And if you still really want it, you can only go to whichever ice cream shop that happens to be open. Let's say that you can't stop eating when you're watching TV. How about only watching TV in bed? The thought of eating in bed may not sound as appealing, and so it becomes really easy to break that snacking habit. Don't want to spend hours on social media? Put your phone in another room when you're supposed to be working, studying, or sleeping, so that when you use it, you have to get up and walk to another room, which in itself is a healthy, active habit. If you don't want to waste so much time in the morning scrolling through your phone as soon as you wake up, turn it off when you go to bed. The idea of waiting until it boots up will probably trigger you just enough to just get on with your morning. If you have some great health tips that helped you to build or break a habit, I'd really appreciate it if you could share them down below in the comment section so that we can all benefit in our personal journey to better health. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any health how-to videos where we talk about easy ways to improve your health. Also, please press that like button because it can really help get this information to those that need it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.